honestly, it's something that people struggle with. Not everybody is a clean girl. Not everybody has a clean home all the time, and that's normal. Let me just remind you that your value.
Like I said, messy is okay. A lot of people have messy homes. Messy is okay. Filthy is a no-no. Hey, this is part 2 of the messy house cleanup, or should I say filthy house cleanup video that I did previously. In the first video, we came to the conclusion that people need to get their kids to help clean around the house more, because they ain't using the kids like to help, and it's crazy. I don't know what we're going to come to. I don't know what our conclusion will be for this video. Like I said, these are just random clips I got off of TikTok, random videos. They're in no particular order. So I don't know why I'm still talking. Let's get to let's get to watching some more people clean their filthy homes.
A few days ago, someone asked me if I would do a video of under my couches, and I'm nothing if not a people pleaser, so here we are. It's funny though, because literally like a week ago, my husband suggested we move the couches and clean under them, and I was like, nah, we just did that. It can't be that dirty already. But I was wrong again, so shout out to the person who requested this video, because without you, I would have waited even longer to clean back here.
So let me get this straight. If I just heard you correctly, you said your husband said, hey, we should clean under the couches. Nah, we don't need to do that. I ain't even gonna look under there. No, husband, you're wrong. But a stranger on the internet in a TikTok comment said, hey, can you do a video of you cleaning under your couch? Yeah, I think I will clean under my couch. Like, you listen to a stranger that you don't know. Well, you listen to their suggestion over your husband's suggestion. I'm not your husband. I have no right to tell him how he should feel. But if I was your husband, we would need to have a conversation. That's it. We need to talk, because I need some understanding of how you can listen to a stranger and not me. Because, I mean, that's just me. Like I said, he can, whatever way he thinks about it, however he thinks about it, first of all, it's none of my business. But also, I'm not mad whichever way he thinks, whether he's upset at it or whether he's not. I have no, like, I don't care what he thinks. You know what I'm trying to say? I won't be mad at him for whatever way he's thinking right now. You know, it's up to him how he wants to think, because he has to be married to you, not me. So I'm not getting my words out right now. So let's just keep going. I think I'm confusing you, because I'm confused, but let's keep going.
And before you even get your panties in a bunch, you can delete your paragraph. That diaper back there was unused. Now, as to what it was doing back there, I don't know, dude. That's a question for my toddler. I think I found like 5 or 6 spoons too, so that's really exciting. Between under the couch and behind the fridge, I almost have a full set of silverware again. It's been like a little more than 2 months since we moved the furniture and cleaned under the couches last. And even though I didn't think it would be this messy under the couches so soon again, I will say that it's not as bad as it was last time, so hey, we're still making progress. We're not perfect yet, and we most likely never will be, but we're still just going for better, not perfect. And this mess was way more manageable than the first time I cleaned under the couches, so I'll take it as a win. Looking ahead at long-term goals, though, I think we really need to stop letting our kids take snacks out to the living room. Especially our toddler, though. He likes to throw everything around like it's confetti. It's exhausting. I've been wanting to move the living room back to the way it was before, but I noticed that since we put it this way, I've been way less likely to let stuff pile up on that end table. Before, stuff would pile up and fall on the floor, and we'd forget about it because it was buried in the corner and you couldn't see it. Turns out some bad habits can be broken just by moving a piece of furniture.
I'm a 24-year-old single mother of one living in the projects. And today we're going to be cleaning my 1-bathroom, 1-bedroom, low-income apartment. Now, as we all know, a parent's job is just never done. Anytime you have one of them things that run around calling you mama or daddy and run around making messes all day and every 5 minutes asking for a snack. Point blank, period. You always gotta clean. Now, with my son and I living in this 1-bedroom apartment, the living room is basically like his room. So, in the beginning, I used to get super mad about him leaving stuff everywhere, but I'm like, you really can't get too upset because this is basically his bedroom. So, even though my eye is always twitching about, get that up, get that, go put that in your toy box, I try to dial it back, y'all, because under our circumstances, I feel like I have to be way more lenient than I would if he had his own bedroom. So what I personally like to do is when he's taking his shower, taking his daily nap, outside playing, I like to use that time to straighten up so it just don't get to looking too crazy. Now, y'all, if you had to choose now, I know you gonna say none of them, but that is the wrong answer. If you had to choose a chore, which one would be your favorite? Now, for your girl, it's gonna either have to be cleaning the stove because I like to see all those suds on the stove, or washing the dishes. And honey, I say washing the dishes because I don't want to do anything in my kitchen if my dishes are dirty. Now, y'all, honestly, from the last time that we cleaned,
I told y'all in the first video, that's the same thing with me. I cannot go in the kitchen and do anything if there's a pile of dishes in the sink. I can't. I walk in there to cook or whatever. Make a sandwich sometimes. Like, I just want to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, but there's dishes right here. I need to put these in the dishwasher. I can't see dirty dishes while I'm making food. It's just for me. I can't do it. But let me know how you feel. Can you do it? Can you go in your kitchen and cook when there's dishes, dirty dishes sitting in the sink? Let me know in the comments, but let's keep going.
cleaned up. Your girl has not been cooking. I haven't used this stove at all. I have not been in my cooking bag. Y'all, comment down below and let your girl know how many times do you try to cook every week. I've been trying so hard to get out of this phase of not wanting to cook, y'all. But it's like once you start not cooking for so long and somebody say something about a home cooked meal, you be like, who you talking to? Because it can't be me. But y'all done motivated your girl to get up and clean today. So I'm sure y'all can motivate me to start back cooking again. Now, on my 2024 resolutions list, one of the things was to fold clothes right after they come out the dryer. Lord, I be trying. But that laundry is a demon. I just don't feel like that came from my gut. Y'all, I will literally go do everything in the house before I touch some clothes. But today, I'm finna pat myself on the back because y'all seen your girl pull that laundry out and did it right then and there. Now, I must say, that's my least favorite chore. Y'all, comment down below and let your girl know what's one chore that you just absolutely hate. Now, y'all, this is where your girl gets squeaky clean at. Y'all, I'm big on if your tub not clean, you not clean, because how you gonna get clean in a dirty tub? Now, y'all, comment down below and let your girl know, are you just a regular plain old, let me grab a towel and get down on my knees and scrub this tub, or would you rather use a spin brush? Y'all, I got on the spin brush trend and I ain't been back. Now, one of the things that I'm big on is keeping rags and towels in my bathroom because growing up, my mom always made sure we had folded up towels and rags. And also when I went through that phase of where I didn't want to clean anything, I didn't want to touch a piece of laundry. My son and I would always have to pick out the rags and towels when we wanted to take a bath. So when I go in my closet and I see that I have folded up rags and towels, it's one of my key indicators that I'm not doing too bad and I'm on the right path mentally. Dang, I don't know, y'all. The laundry might have some competition. Honey, when a man find me and put a ring on his finger, I'm gonna gladly pass the chart of taking trash out to him. Now, last time I mopped, y'all told me I was basically in the kitchen cooking up a chemical bomb. Now, although with all of the stuff I mixed up, I never had a headache, I never passed out, I felt like it was okay, but I'm gonna take y'all advice because the last thing I need is to be around here passed out out with nobody in this house. So other than hot boiling project water, all we got is bleach and cumin in our mop water. Y'all give me some tips in the comments. Comment down below and let your girl know, what do you put in your mop water? Because although the bleach and the cumin is okay, I still be wanting to put something scented in the water. Now y'all, when it comes down to the mopping, every section of the floor that I mop over, I try to hit it at least twice. But when I'm watching cleaning videos, I see a lot of people that prefer to just go over their floor once, then they empty their mop water out, then go over their floors again. I don't know, y'all. This seems like a lot of work to me. But let your girl know in the comments, how do you do it in your household? Now, y'all, one of my biggest perks to living in my low-income apartment is not having any carpet. Y'all, I am able to just push this furniture around with no effort. So, honey, when I'm mopping, it's like I'm saying, move. Get out the way. Baby, we on a mission. Now, y'all, comment down below and let your girl know if y'all want a living in the projects tour. Now, that's basically what I'll be taking y'all from the rooter to the tutor, showing y'all everything it is to see in my small 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom project apartment. And we'll also be going around the neighborhood so I can show y'all the environment that we living in. Now, you know your girl had to save the best for last, which is the bathroom. Now, it's been about 2 days since we last mop. Y'all comment down below and let your girl know how y'all think the mop water looking. I feel like the floor is pretty doggone clean. Then we light a candle to seal the cleanliness.
Man, I believe, before we get to this next one, if you're in a 1-bedroom apartment, you should never have a filthy home. For what? What you got? The bedroom, kitchen, living room area, bathroom. That's it. 4 rooms. Why? I'm gonna tell y'all what y'all could do to avoid living in a filthy home. Okay? I'm gonna give you a strategy, especially for you people living in apartments. You really have no excuse. But I'll let y'all know. Stick around to the end of the video for that. And but let's watch this one.
I'm back. Did you miss me? No, probably not. But that's okay. So if you're a follower, you would know that I had my yard sales this weekend, and the whole weekend was just a shit show. It was, and I know no matter what I have going on, there's always going to be somebody who hops into the comment section and is like, you're just lazy with excuses. And to that I would like to say, I prepared and put on this yard sale this weekend entirely by myself. My husband was working all weekend long, and then I had to work on Sunday also, and then cleaned it all up while watching not only my own children, but I had 2 additional children that stayed the weekend also. They stayed one night, but yeah, it was a time. It was a time. So with that, I worked on Sunday and pretty much didn't do anything last night other than cook dinner because I'm exhausted. I slept in so much today. Like, the kids got their tablets first thing this morning, so they just were chilling out, and we laid in my bed till 11 o'clock. It was really nice. But I knew I had to be productive today because this kitchen just became like the drop zone for everything after the yard sale. Like, everything that came inside just kind of got dropped there, and that's as far into the house as most things made it. So obviously it was a lot of picking up the clothes that were outside. I found, like, I don't know why, a lot of Carson's 3T shorts and short sleeve shirts and with my yard sale stuff, and I'm like, this kid, he hardly has any shorts right now. And so I was like, I know I had shorts. I found them all. I don't know how they ended up in there, but they did, and now they're in the washer, so it's fine. But yes, it was just an exhausting weekend. And
how? Like, okay, you was doing a yard sale. I know they could take a lot of energy, a lot of preparing, a lot of work. That's a yard sale. But there's no way, man. I don't understand how you have a yard sale where you're selling stuff. You're getting rid of things. But the house ends up still being a mess. I don't know. I don't know. You know, explain to me how you get rid of stuff and your house still be messy. I don't know. Somebody can help me. Like this is I've never been in a situation where I've been living in a house where it's this messy. From childhood to adulthood. So I don't get it. I need help understanding this. Okay? I just don't know. But let's keep going.
It happens. It's fine. So this was the first thing that I needed to get done. I also have some laundry that I've been running today that I'm kind of trying to work on. The kids have kept the living room picked up, and they have been keeping their bedrooms picked up. So this was really only the only bad part of my house, which was nice-ish. The yard sale did end up going pretty well. I didn't make a whole lot of money, but I made a little bit. So I will accept it, I guess. Ooh, yes, so I'm scrubbing this table down. I scrubbed it down, like, totally scrubbed it down today because one of our neighbors, they were having a yard sale. And so they have this little, like, green, it's an outside kind of table, but I asked them, you know, how much they wanted for it, and they only wanted $10 for it, and so I was like, oh, bet, all right, I'll take it. So what I'm going to do is I need to clean that table up, the new one also. It's going to come in here. It's a much smaller table, and I think it's just going to not take up as much room as this one for the kids to, like, eat breakfast and lunch and stuff on. And then I'm going to move this one back out and put the leaf back in it and have that for, like, in our dining room for us to eat, like, dinner on. But I still wanted something in here for the kids to eat, like, breakfast and stuff on. But anyway, it's going to look nice. So I went ahead and got this scrubbed. And I'm going to get the other one scrubbed hopefully tomorrow. But we'll see how it all goes. I honestly don't know. I know I have errands I need to run tomorrow and I work tomorrow. So we're gonna figure it out, right? We're gonna figure it out. I'll tell you one thing that I do need to do right now is clean my bedroom again. It's not as bad as, like, it has been in the past, but it's getting a little messy, and so it needs picked up again. We've been doing pretty good, but the bedroom just is always it happens so fast. The kids have been picking up theirs. I've been making them pick up their bedroom, like, every day. So, I need to find some time to do my own, you know? But otherwise, I think I'm gonna do just, like, a whole house quick pickup. I think I have a video of me doing a whole house quick pickup from last week sometime that I don't think I ever edited and posted. I've just had a lot going on, you know? So, we'll see. But yes, this is about to the end of it. I did not actually record my water dump. I'm so sorry. I thought I did. I pushed the wrong button. Anyway, here's my final product. If you are not following me, follow me, because I make pretty satisfying cleaning videos.
How does your home continuously get so messy that you have enough videos to post content consistently of you cleaning up your messy home? How does that happen? How does that happen? We see you know how to clean, but how does that happen? Let's move on.
Welcome back to another cleaning video where it's the same mess, different motherfucking day. I have a kid, I have chaos, and I still ain't got no motherfucking patience. Let me be the first to say that if you're a messy mom like me, don't let these clean girl content creators on here make you feel bad because your house is lived in. Some of these clean girl aesthetic content creators are saying that messy moms should be ashamed or feel bad for posting content of their messy home. I spent a good majority of my life feeling like shit or feeling less than because I was never one of those clean girls or had the tidy room growing up, especially growing up with a Latina mom. Oh yeah, I was made to feel like shit for being messy. And honestly, it's something that people struggle with. Not everybody is a clean girl. Not everybody has a clean home all the time. And that's normal. Let me just remind you that your value...
Like I said, messy is okay. A lot of people have messy homes. Messy is okay. Filthy is a no-no, okay? We cannot be filthy. If you got clothes everywhere, if you got, covers and sheets and towels everywhere, if you got toys everywhere when you have kids, that's one thing. But to have trash on the floor, under couches, candy wrappers, like pizza crust, old food, that's disgusting. Okay? And that's different. You should be fine having a messy home. You should be upset if your home is filthy. Okay? Let's keep going though.
Value isn't dependent on how clean or tidy your home is. You're important, you matter, even if your home is messy. You're doing the best that you can. I love you. Jesus loves you. Stay blessed and be kind.
Stay blessed and be kind. I like that. Look, for all of you mothers in a home, 2-3 bedroom with a lot of kids, I can't really tell you any strategies. All I can tell you is, hey, have your kids help, okay? Teach your kids to pick up behind themselves and punish them if they don't. All right, that's my advice. You can take it. But for everybody living in a small apartment, like the one lady was in a 1-bedroom, even if it's a 2-bedroom apartment, maybe even 3, what I like to do, pick a room a day and just clean that room. Every day, pick a room. And the next day, move on to the next. And the next day, move on to the next. And when you run out of rooms, start at the first room and keep going. 1 room a day. And you will never have anything like this happen. Just 1 room a day. That's it. It'll make your cleaning process a little easier because it'll be quick every day. And when you get to it the second time, it shouldn't be that dirty because you just cleaned it 3-4 days ago. We can't just let everything get dirty, let everything pile up, and then 2 weeks after you've been sitting in mess for 2 weeks, you decide, let's clean the whole house. Because it's going to take you all day. Why not just do 1 room a day to make it easy on yourself? I mean, it's just a little advice. I don't know. Take it, leave it, pass it to somebody else. I don't know. It's up to you what you want to do with it. But thank you for joining me. I appreciate you watching until the end. Become a subscriber if you haven't already. I'm pretty sure you are, but just in case, you know what I mean? I just remind you just in case. All right, make sure you hit that like button before you leave. I'll see you on the next one.